Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. Welcome, welcome. Thanks again for joining in to listen to the Real People, Real Online Success Story episode. Another episode today. So I, for you, who doesn't know me, my name is Kim Pham. I'm originally from Vietnam and I'm currently living in Ontario, Canada with my husband and my teenagers' daughters. I'm living in Canada for over 40 years now. I'm in the IT industry, working as a software engineer for over 25 years, and now I'm also a proud digital business owner. And today I have such an honor to be able to invite another software engineer from all the way from India. She's going to be on stage to talk about her journey. And then now she's a full time digital business owner. So she quit her job and doing this business full time. So let's learn from her and get inspired. So let me add her to the stage.
Hello.
Hey, Kavya, how are you? Good evening. I know in India is a little bit late
Thank
today,
you.
but thanks a lot for joining into my my go live and,
Thank
and
you.
and share your stories. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Kim. I'm good. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Oh my gosh. I wish I can kind of, doing this business full time just the way you do.
You will, for sure.
Yeah, I know. So let's get started. Maybe you want to introduce yourself and talk about a little bit about your background and your family and things like that.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Kavya Nelson. I'm a software engineer turned full-time digital business owner. I started this business in 2019. So it's been close to 5 years now in the business, and it's going great for me. Both my husband and I are software professionals. We were in Germany as immigrants, and now we are back in India. Both my husband and I are back in India, and we both are doing this business full-time now, Kim.
Wow, wow, your husband as well, eh?
Yes, yes.
You must see a
Both
lot
are
of
in the same business.
wow. So are you guys like running your own business or you run it together?
Yeah, we run it together.
Oh, okay. Because I also see a lot of couples out there, right? They either they
Mm-hmm,
run it
mm-hmm.
together or they also have their own business. Like the husband has his own and the wife has
Oh,
her
yeah.
own too, right?
No, we run it together. My husband does the back end work like the editing and other things like photography, video, taking the videos. I'll be the front end. So that's how we do it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Wow. I have to learn a lot from you. Like how do you kind of convince him to kind of help you out in this business?
Oh, yeah, it's a long story. He was not into this. Like when I came across this business, he was very skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as software professionals, I think we'll be more skeptical than the others. I think because we have some knowledge of all these things, and it's like either you have to have the complete knowledge or you should be zero. That's when you can explore. I think if we have half knowledge, then it'll be like you'll think of a lot of things and you'll assume things and other things. So my both of us when I came across this business, I had learned everything. Like I went through the workshop, I got to know some information about the business, and I think maybe I wouldn't have explored this if I had a like if I was actually working. And I had quit my job and moved to Germany, Kim, and then I was looking for something online actually. So I really wanted something. I had to do something to financially help, right? So I was actually checking about something that I could do from home. So that's why I explored everything about the business, and then I spoke to my husband about this, but he was like, "This is not genuine. Don't go, don't do this. You will lose your money and everything." So, but as I told you, I knew about the business. I had some idea, so I thought like, I'll convince him, but let me know more about the business first. So then once I started, he was supportive. He said, "Okay, you can try it out, but I'm not sure if it works." But I just gave it a try, and he's all in now.
Wow. So how did you find out of the about the business? And why did you choose this one? Like I know that you want that time freedom. You want to be able to work
Yes.
back home, right, in India instead, and
Yeah.
then traveling the world too, right? So
Right.
how originally you find out about this business?
Yeah, like I said, I had quit my job. I moved from India to Germany by quitting my job here. My husband got a job in Germany, so we moved in by quitting my job here. But I had a home loan back in India, so I had to pay my installments every month, and that all these burden went on my husband. So I was actually, and I didn't want to go back to my IT profession because it was hectic for me. I used to work long hours, and I used to fight for those promotions, recognitions. There should be somebody like your manager should recognize your efforts, and there'll be seniors who need to get the promotion first, and then is your turn. So all these, like, I didn't want to go back to my IT profession, so I was actually looking for something at least to do part time. And that's when I came across this business on Facebook. I saw a post talking about this business, and I was interested, and I watched the workshop, and then the rest is history. Like, I watched the workshop and I got to know everything about the business, and I think I explored everything about the business. I had questions, but as I followed the steps, I understood everything about the business. So first thing that attracted me was, it didn't ask for a, like, you need a huge investment to start any business, right, Kim? But here you don't need that much, right? It's a very, very minimal investment to start this business, so that's what attracted me, because I really wanted to start a business of my own. But the only thing that was stopping me was the initial investment that every business needs, right? So when I came across this business, that was one thing that attracted me. And the second thing is, I could do it from the comfort of my home. And now I can travel. I travel the world. Like, I've traveled to 6 countries last year, and I took my business with me. Right. So
Wow,
that's
six
the
country
main
last
thing.
year. Oh, you're
Yeah,
amazing. My
yeah,
gosh.
in Europe, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I traveled to around 6 countries last year, and it is great. That's the lifestyle I like, and most of us want that lifestyle, but we are stuck in our jobs, and I think I'm grateful for that one decision that I took about 5 years ago. Maybe if I had a job, I would have thought that maybe it is safe to be at job, and maybe I wouldn't have tried. But now I know that, like, you can't rely on your jobs, right? You have to have something in the back end, and that's the main thing. Like, I'm so grateful for myself that I took that decision to explore more and start this business. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of software engineer skeptical out there because, as you said, right, like we know the technology, we know what's going on. Either
Yeah,
you don't know anything or you know a lot,
yeah,
right? So
yeah, yeah,
obviously, we're more skeptical than any other people because we know how it works on the online worlds, right? But if we are
correct.
taking the risk and take the action to start our own business, it means that we see a lot of potential into it, right?
Yes.
And just like you, I mean, like after 5 years you are able to quit your job, right? Like after how many years you actually quit it? Because now you've been in the business for 5 years, right? So after like how many
No.
years you're able to quit it?
No, I actually, as I told, I had quit my job and then I started this business. So I've not gone back to my IT job because I'm
Oh.
getting more than what I could earn from my job, right? I'm getting my annual income just in a month or two here in this business. So I know the potential of the online space. And now my husband has quit his job, and he is doing the business. Like, he didn't quit, like, about like 1 year ago. From the past 1 year, we are both doing this business full time, but till
Mhm.
then my husband was still working. And yeah, I've been doing this business full time from the beginning, Kim. I've not gone back to my IT job. That's
Oh,
the main
wow.
thing.
Right, right.
I
Oh,
got
okay.
I quit my job in my 28, 28 years old. That's when I quit my job. And now it's been like 5 years, and I'm my own boss from the past 5 years, and I love my lifestyle now. I'm like, I can't imagine going back to my job. Yeah.
So you're pretty much like retired when you are about 28
Yes.
years old, eh?
Yes.
Wow. And it was a big decision to do that because most of the people like me, right? I cannot quit my full-time job at the moment even though my husband is
Mm,
still working. He's also an IT professional.
mm,
But then, like with the living costs in Canada and like everything else, like I have to kind of subsidize for my parents as well, like helping my family and things
correct.
like that,
Yeah.
right? So we still need like two income. We're not at the stage where like I can work full time yet at home in this business, so that's why I still keep my full-time job. But
Oh,
like for you kind of taking the big risk, right? Because you don't want to get back to work and you really believe in this business,
yeah.
like you really believe in the potential,
Correct.
right? So that's why you
Yeah.
you you kind of decided to do it full time. And oh my god,
Yes.
I wish. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I do have a target. Like, I have a goal. Like, I also believe in
Hmm.
this business. I know there's a lot of potential just by looking at all those real people out there, real stories that I've been seeing, right? And then looking back, like a lot of people doesn't really know anything. Like, they're not tech savvy. Their English is not that great, right? And they
Correct.
still
Yeah.
able to do this business and they are very successful. Like I'm talking about like
Yeah.
people who's been in the business for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, just like you, right? And
Yeah.
then I'm like,
And
wow, like I'm going to give myself a couple of years,
yeah,
and
no,
then
that's
yeah.
that's one thing that motivated me also in the beginning. Like when I came in, when I started exploring more about this, I was added to a community, and I saw normal people like me. Like you said, many didn't know English, right? And they many didn't have a like degree, right? But they still were able to have a very good lifestyle. So the main thing that I thought was like, if all these people are able to do it, then I'll be surely able to do this, right? And that's what motivated me to start this too. And I think, yeah, since I believed in myself and I put my efforts, it has worked for me, and the system works, right? So it's we are just connecting to the same system. So if it's working for one person, then it should work for the other too. So it really depends on how much time, and it really depends for each person, right? It doesn't have to be like you have to quit the job, right? So you can work, do this business along with your job too, right? You can have multiple streams of income, why not, right? You don't have to like quit the job and do this business full time though. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
different for each person. So
is a personal choice,
yeah,
right? Like some people
correct.
are very successful already. They are reaching a certain level that they
Yeah,
can have fixed income, but they just
yeah,
decide to still keeping their full-time job because they love
correct.
their job. They want to
Yes,
have multiple income stream. Like it's really up to you.
yeah,
But for me, like I want to travel the world too. Like I want to be able to visit like
yeah,
6 country in a year, which I cannot do it right now. Because I mean, every time,
yeah,
like as you know, like in the software industry, right? Like we have only what 2, 3, 4 weeks of vacation at the most, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
going on vacation, like if you go like somewhere, like let's say in Canada, it's like 2 weeks is
Mhm.
pretty much enough. But if I have to go back to my home country, which is Vietnam,
Mm.
closer to India, like it's well, it's so.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to be there at least a
it's
month,
like
right? Like, because like
yeah,
like you go there and then you have to kind of get used to
time goes by
the
like this.
exactly like the jet lag and everything, right? And then you start to explore, and then like 2 weeks is really not enough.
Very,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
that's
I
why
understand.
I really want to be on that path and then work
You will get there.
whatever. Yeah. Hope so. I'm pretty sure, especially like because we have all the skills, we're going to be much
Correct.
faster than anyone else, right? If we put the effort
Yeah,
into it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So you know what? I know that you've been doing this business for such a long time, right? And how is this business changed your life and the life of others?
Many changes, Kim. As I said, like the main goal for me when I started this business was to come back to India and stay close to my aging parents. in our culture especially, we love being close to our parents, and and they need us also. So I really wanted to come back, and both my husband and I, we didn't want to be immigrants. We went abroad just to have that extra income stream and to have a very good lifestyle. But if I could have the same lifestyle back in India, being close to my parents, why not, right? So that was my main goal, and that's been possible now. I'm back in India, and we have our own 4-acre land back in India, and we have our own farmhouse. So I'm currently in my farmhouse today. So I'm being able to do all this without any loan. Right. So as I told you, I had a home loan before I started this business. I had no savings. Now I have a lot of savings after all these investment and everything. So financially, it has helped me a lot, but also personal gains. There are a lot of personal gains, like I've become more confident now. I was never like this, where I never posted anything on social media. So this is another thing. Like, many people think that, okay, this these people can do this because they are like they are maybe extroverts. They're able to do videos and other things. But I was not like this before. I learned everything from scratch, right? So that's the thing. So all these things, the skills that I've learned from this business is immense. Like, I never knew I could make money out of social media, right? Like from Facebook, for example. So I've learned how to do that, and all these new skills that I've learned, all the creative things that I've learned, everything is immense. I've become more confident now, Kim.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we have the automate system who's doing most of the heavy lift in the background, right? Yeah, the
True.
same thing
Yeah.
with me, like if you know me like a few years ago, like I'm not a social media person. Like
Mm.
I don't go live. I didn't even post anything, like any picture, any videos on my personal Facebook. And now, like,
Yeah.
like I'm just into it, like you said, right? Like I also gained my confidence, and I have
Yeah.
changed a lot. Like we're not only talking about the financial aspect here. Like the financial, everyone needs money, right? I know
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
is not bringing happiness, but you need like money to be able to kind of um like enjoy the lifestyle that you want to enjoy. But for me, it's more of a personal growth. Like I feel
Mm.
like I learn a lot. Like even though, like,
Yeah.
we have the technical skills here and there, but the business skill and the marketing skill and being on social media and kind of expose yourself and be able to talk naturally like this, I'm not. I
Mm.
was very shy before, right? But the thing is,
Correct.
because I see a lot of people doing that, and then like they kind of give me those inspiration, the
Yeah.
energy for you to kind of try out, right? Like, I mean, like you see someone who's doing it, and that the person was similar as you as before, and why
You.
she's able to do it, right? So it's kind of pushing me a little bit to go further. Like it's not like like I'm going to swip my personality the next day, right? It takes time. Like it
Yeah.
takes time to kind
Correct.
of adapt and grow. But eventually, because of this business, I grow a lot too. I grow
Yeah,
in terms of
that's the
personal.
advantage of being in a circle of people who are actually like improving every day, right? They push you to do the same, right? Like, rather than being in a company where people are complaining about their lives and they are not doing anything, you will also be the same. You'll also start complaining, but you'll not take action. But if you are in a in a circle of people where they are like actually taking actions, taking risk, and they are actually doing things, you will also be able to do that because you get inspired by them, right? So that's the main advantage of our community.
Yeah, we are all like-minded people, right? We all wants to
Yeah.
have a successful life in this business, right? So that's why we kind of helping each other out too. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
compared to the corporate world where like people are not sharing their knowledge 100%. Already,
Yeah.
right? You're in the
Yeah.
corporate world
Yeah.
as well. I mean, they have to keep some knowledge for themselves just to. Is for job security, and it's understandable, right? But in this community, people are willing to help you. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, they help you, you're successful, they become successful as well, right? So
Yeah.
it's everyone is kind of helping each other. And we have a lot of people all around the world. Like, you're going to find your answer anywhere, any like
Yeah,
24/7, right? So you're not
correct.
kind of bounded to your own team. Like you can ask your question if you're stuck or you have any issue with your digital business. You can reach out to the world to back you up. That's the beauty of this
Correct.
business. And I made a lot of connection. Like I didn't expect this. I was
Oh yeah,
expecting, okay, you know what, like, okay, I know I have a training side, I know that I have to come up with my own digital business, but I wouldn't expect to have so many connection in such a short period of time. Like,
yeah,
and people all around the world. Like I'm not talking about Canada only, right? I'm like,
mhm,
and that's impressed me because I like to meet new people. I like to kind of, explore and learn about their culture, about their personality, because, different people has different thinking and, different
yeah,
ideas and things like that. And you learn from them. Like that's
correct.
that's that's
Yeah.
what I really like about this business as well.
Yeah, yeah. I know people around the world now, like from Vietnam, for example, and I know people in Canada, US, like UK, Ireland. Oh, now I like if I ha have to go to UK, maybe I know this person, maybe I can ask them about where I can stay, like all these things, right? Like I have people that I know from around the world now, so it's a lot. Like the business has given me so much.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, like those people, like, it's not only about asking about business related, right? Like you kind of develop over time, like a relationship, a friendship that you can build over time.
Yes.
Like for me at the very beginning, I don't know anyone, right? And then I start building up my
Mm.
connection, and then I start to meet people from Ontario, like from like here around the GTA, like the Toronto area, and we
Mhm.
actually meet up in person. We went for coffee, we went for lunch together. Like you learn from
Yeah.
them, and then when you start, as you said, right, knowing people from other country, and then you never know, I might end up in India one day, right?
Yeah, see? Yeah, I'd love to meet you, Kim.
Exactly. I love Indian food. Like I was,
Oh,
because in the IT industry, there's a lot of Indian people
uh-huh,
too, right? And then they
uh-huh.
kind of exposed me into, going out for lunch as a team, and we
Okay.
mostly go to Indian food because there's a lot of them. Like and I start to
Okay.
enjoy it. I love Indian food. I love the spice. Actually, I love the spice.
Awesome. Yeah, but I'm also planning to go to Vietnam soon, so
Oh
I'll
yeah.
also talk to you about it.
Oh
Like you
wow.
can you can guide me on where I can visit.
Of course, yeah, yeah. I mean, India
I
to
think
Vietnam is not too far, right? How long
I
is the
think
flight?
4 hours maximum. I think I've still not explored, but I am planning to go to Vietnam maybe by March. I'm thinking of exploring Asia this side now.
Oh
I've gone
wow.
to Europe, but before like this time I have to explore some places, and we have plans for Japan this year by May June. So yeah, so I have
Oh,
plans.
since you are talking to about Japan, are you planning to go to the convention that we're going to have, like
Yes,
all the business together? Oh, you're
yes,
planning?
yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Oh, I wish I could be
yeah.
there, but I mean the timing is not very favorable for me. It's a little bit conflicting with my schedule, so that's why I did
Uh,
not. But Japan is
okay.
I've been there
Yeah.
already, like and I want to revisit there because my
Okay.
daughter, she missed out one of her goals. She wants to climb the Mount Fuji, and because we were
Oh, nice.
we were kind of rushing in time, so we have to skip that part,
Ah,
right?
okay.
But if I have to
Okay.
go back, yeah, she wants to make sure that her goal is met.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much, Kavya, for sharing
Thank
all
you.
your experience and story today with
Thank
my
you.
audience. Really appreciate it. and
Thank you,
and
Kim.
yeah, and hope that yeah, we're going to meet again sometime.
Sure.
You
Sure.
never know. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Have a
Thank
great evening. Bye, everyone. Bye,
you.
Kavya.
Bye-bye.